So are the Singapore penny stocks coming back into play, right? So just last month we saw the blue chips like the banks, the properties all pushing higher. But what happens is over the past 2 weeks, it seems like we've seen a lot of activity, right, coming back in terms of the Singapore penny stocks. In fact, this is the top volume right over here, and you can see we have seen many of the names, the top volume like China Star Food, Asian Micro, the Play, Sumco. These are all stocks that it's about 0.044, 2 cents, 1 cent, 2 cents, and these are all the stocks that kind of like make up the top volume over the past 1 to 2 weeks, right? So what are some of the penny stocks that we want to look at, right? So yes, I seldom cover penny stocks because I feel that if you want to touch the penny stocks, you want to make sure you have a plan for it. You don't want to just buy and keep and just wait and not having a plan. It can be really, really dangerous. So I seldom cover penny stocks. But what happens is over the past 1 to 2 months, there are a few. In fact, two of them is right over here, which I'm going to share with you today. All right, I'm going to share with you just two stocks, two penny stocks which have came to our watch list over the past 1 to 2 months, and I feel that well, they can be a bit volatile, in terms of the movement, right? They're a bit more speculative, but there could potentially be a bit more upside. In fact, we actually saw something coming in from my one good trend, or the one GT system over the past few weeks as well. All right, so I'll cover two penny stocks today. Make sure, warning guys, make sure you have a plan for penny stocks. You don't want to just buy and just hold onto it blindly. You want to make sure you have a plan. Of course, if prices were to break down, certain support levels to break down, you want to make sure you have a plan to kind of get out, right? And protect your profits or cap your losses, right? Because these are penny stocks, you want to make sure you know exactly what you're doing. Okay. So hey guys, Joey here, top tier reminder in Philips Securities and chief trainer at Trading Impossible, right? So yes, I'm going to cover two penny stocks. Two of them are right over here, all right? And we're going to look at the charts before we look at the system to see where we can potentially head to and why they actually came into my watch list. And then yeah, so I hope you watch this video all the way to the end because I think you're going to like what I got for you. So the first penny stock I'd like to share with you would be this company called Jiujin Chemical, right? So let's take a look at what this company is doing, Jiujin Chemical. And this company, I would say, is in the business of production of chemicals, manufacture and production of DMF. And yeah, I think pretty much involved in the processing and sale of these chemicals. It has storage and distribution facility in Changzhou City, which handles about 40,000 tons of DMF annually. So yeah, I would say pretty much in the manufacturing, distribution of chemicals, alright? And so yes, let's take a look at the charts and then we look at the system to see what it says. So this is Jiujin Chemical, alright, just about 2 weeks back on the 15th of Jan, alright, kind of broke above this really critical resistance at about 0.095. So as I say guys, this is a penny stock. Make sure you have a plan for it. You don't want to just buy without a plan. Alright, so yes, about 2 weeks back we kind of broke that 0.095. It was a really critical resistance. We have been trading below since November, alright, and since then we have been like forming what we call higher lows. Look at this, there's an upward sloping channel support line that was drawn. All right, the 20 days moving average, we're kind of like pointing back up, so we're kind of like looking at a bit more short-term upside when we broke that 0.095. So some upside targets were drawn to about 0.110 and then to that 0.120. So it's about 13% upside plus another 7% upside. So that was about 2 weeks back for this company. Right, so let's take a look at where we are for Jiujin Chemical right now to see where can we potentially hit to. So this is Jiujin Chemical trading at about 0.105 right now. So let me just look at the trend. Since I would say August, September last year, we started to see a bit of a good uptrend taking shape in terms of the mid to long term. Look at this, the red line, the 100 days moving average is sloping upwards quite gently with the blue line sloping upwards as well. And you can see prices have been holding right above both of these mid to long term moving average. So that's a good thing. But of course, the short term, we went up all the way to about 120 somewhere in November last year and kind of sold off and then started to consolidate. Right, so I mentioned just about 2 weeks back, right over here, I mentioned about this very critical 0.095 resistance level that we kind of broke through with the 20 days moving average kind of like pointing up. So there were some upside targets that were drawn to about 0.110, then to about 0.120. So yes, we did kind of push higher to somewhere around that 0.116, 115, and then that's where some profit taking came back. Right, so is it still looking good for Jiujin? Yes, I would say for Jiujin Chemical, this 0.095, look at this, right? The 20 days moving average right here is also where the 0.095 is, right? So 0.095 to maybe, let me just go ahead to draw another support level. In fact, just over the past 2 days, we started to see a bit of profit taking. It went all the way to about 10 cents, right? 0.10, that 10 cents mark, and then buyers came back. All right, so support level, let me just reiterate again, I would say anything from 0.095 to maybe about 10 cents. Anything from here, that would be where buyers might start to come back again. Look at this right away. So yeah, maybe not even 0.095, even 10 cents. I think buyers might start to come back and bargain hunt again, all right, for potential rebound back towards that 0.120, the 12 cents. So I talk about this 12 cents level as well. This 12 cents level was our initial target that was drawn. In fact, it was our second target that was drawn, right? And yes, we might potentially head back to this target, right? And why? Look at this, right? That was the level in November last year. We kind of consolidated for about a week, all right? Sellers just came back and took some profit, and that's where it came down. So yes, I would expect a bit of profit taking coming back as we near that 12 cents level. So yeah, it could be a good opportunity to kind of take some money off the table, right, when we approach that 12 cents, and then we can probably see how it goes again. Maybe it start to retrace back down. You can start to time your entry again. Right, so Jiujin Chemical is definitely one of those penny stocks that came with on watch list, I would say, since December, November. All right, and yeah, it seems like it's starting to see a bit of a bullish actions coming back again. So you might want to put it in your watch list as well and monitor it. All right, and of course, just take note, penny stocks, right, for Jiutian is below like 20 cents, near to 10 cents. So make sure you have a plan for it. If the support level to break down at 95 or maybe 10 cents, depends on your your strategy in terms of like short term to mid term. You want to plan to make sure you get out. So for me, I would say anything below that 95, 0.095, that's where you can have a good stop loss to get out in case, all right, it breaks that support, and that's where you might see some weakness coming back again. Okay, so this is Jiujin Chemical. So let's take a look at the system, the 1GT system, to see what it says on it, right? Okay, so this is Jiujin Chemical on the 1GT, all right, the one good trend system that I have. It kind of guides me on certain stocks to focus on, and also when to get in and get out, right? So this is Jiujin Chemical. You see that over the past, I would say 1-2 months, there isn't any signals, right? But somewhere in, I would say, September, right over here on the 28th of September, in fact right over here somewhere in August, we got a bullish signal, started to push up by about more than 10-20%, got an exit, and then we got another bullish signal in September, went up by, I would say, from like what, 0.055 to about 0.11, right? It's definitely more than 100% on it, and then we got an exit when it kind of sold off on this day, right? But so far, no, I would say no bullish signals, right? But yeah, I think as I mentioned just now, if we do hold above the key new higher support level at a 10 cents or maybe the 0.095, yeah, we might actually see probably a bit of a bullish signal coming back again. That's where the uptrend can continue. So yes, I'll be looking to see if there are any bullish signals that comes out, but right now there isn't any bullish signal. But yeah, we might see if it does come out over the next 1 to 2 days or maybe the next 1 or 2 weeks. So yes guys, if you like this video so far, be sure to give me an early thumbs up. It will definitely help out the YouTube algorithm, reach out to more people, right? Thank you so much for doing this, right? So let's go on to look at the second penny stock I'll share with you. And yes, it's actually one of the stocks that I mentioned just now, and it's right over here called Oceanus, right? Oceanus, this is a stock, Oceanus. And let's take a look at what this company is doing, right? Oceanus, right over here. And this company is pretty much like a seafood supplier, all right? And they're pretty much dealing with like abalones, right? Abalone, all right? And it's canned and dry abalone with a production capacity of like 26,000 abalone tanks. Yeah, and also invest in research and development of abalone, premium seafood, fish, prawn, sea cucumber. Yeah, pretty much like the fishing and farming industry to do with abalones, all right, mainly, all right, and also some frozen seafood products, right? So this is Oceanus Group, right? So let's take a look at the charts for Oceanus Group before we look at the system. So this is Oceanus, right over here, just about 2 weeks back, when we kind of broke that very key resistance level at about 0.030, 0.035. There were some upside targets that were drawn, right, to about that 5 cents level. So it was just about 2 weeks back. Look at this, the uptrend was really quite firm, all right, and when we broke this major resistance level at about 3230, that was where we expect a bit of more upside coming back. But same thing, guys, this is a penny stock, so it's only about 3, 4, 5 cents. So you gotta make sure you have a plan if you trade it, all right, even though the trend is good, but it's a bit more speculative, it's a bit more volatile, right? And you want to make sure you practice like proper position sizing. You don't want to just whack and just buy any amount that you want. You want to make sure you have a plan, all right, so that in case based on a certain amount that you buy. If you fall below a certain level, you get out, you lose a specific amount of money. Alright, so this is Oceanus, right? So yes, we had some targets that were drawn just about 2 weeks back to about 5 cents. You get this right? It's about like what, 39% upside, right? So yes, 2 weeks have passed. Alright, we started to see a bit of a profit taking coming back. So we're going to check out Oceanus again. One of the companies that came into my watch list, I think somewhere in December when it was still consolidating. Alright, and yeah, let's see if there could potentially be a bit more upside in the next few weeks. Okay, so this is Oceanus here, alright, the abalone production specialist and distributor for abalones and also frozen seafood products, right? So it's currently trading at about 0.052, right? So as I mentioned, just about 2 weeks back, we were right over here, alright, and there were some upside targets that were drawn from like 0.03233 when it kind of broke that major resistance level all the way to about that 5 cents mark. That was the upside, about 39% I talked about, and it seems like we're kind of hit our target over the past few days, right? So where can we head to now, right? So yes, I would say right now you can see that in terms of the trend for Oceanus, right, the mid to long-term trend, it looks quite good in terms of the red line pointing up, the blue line, the 200 days moving average pointing up as well. So long-term wise looks quite good, but of course short-term we actually saw it consolidated below that 3533 resistance level, which we broke up just 2 weeks back, right? So right now we can actually raise the support level. The fact that we have kind of hit our target about 5 cents, we can actually raise our support level all the way up to maybe about 0.045. So this would be, let me just go ahead to draw it again, right? So yeah, I would say right now probably a bit of support coming in again, all right, at about 0.045. This is it right over here, 0.045 to maybe 0.050. You can see buyers are starting to bargain hunt again on any dips, right? So 0.045 to 4.5 cents to 5 cents level, that would be a bit of a good support in the short term, all right, for Oceanus. Of course, guys, as I said, this is one of the penny stock. If it does break certain support level like the 4-5 cents, that's where we can see weakness coming back again, with it potentially heading back towards that 3.5 to 3 cents. All right, so make sure you have a plan, all right? Make sure you have a plan for it. You don't want to just buy any amount and over leverage, right? You want to make sure you have a plan so that in any case, if you fall and break a certain support level, you lose a specific amount of money and you get out. Okay, so this is Oceanus. This is the range 0.045 to 0.055, about 18% upside rebound target. All right, so right now resistance at about 0.055. Over the past 3 days, we can't touch this level, and it seems like there are a lot of sellers just staged there, camping there, all right, and just not letting go, right? So yeah, we might potentially consolidate below that 0.055 level before hopefully consolidating like 1 or 2 weeks before hopefully attempting to break above, and that's where we can potentially raise our targets higher. But right now that would be the immediate range, 0.045 to 0.055, and the uptrend in the short term, it still looks quite good above that 4.5 cents level. Okay, so this is Oceanus, all right, on the 1GT, all right, the one good trend system that I have that kind of like guides me on what stocks to just focus on and also when to get in and get out, right? So this is the signal right over here. We had a 1GT bullish signal. Look at this, the green arrow pointing up on the 30th of December, right? 30th of December, just before the new year started, just before the movement started, the bullish action started. Just about a week later when we broke that 3 cents to 3.5, as I mentioned right over here, and there were some upside targets that were drawn. So yeah, we kind of like alerted to it, and that's where I set my alerts. All right, and yes, it did play out. We broke that 3.5 cents and we started to head up, right? So yeah, same thing. It's about 0.052 now. Support is at 0.045, I would say. So yeah, I think if we hold above this support at 50 to 45, probably it might still continue to push up and we will not see any exit signal, right? So yeah, hopefully when we break that 5.5, yeah, we might push higher, and then we'll see when the exit signal will come out again. But right now we had a bullish 1GT, one good trend bullish signal, all right, with no exit. So yeah, it's still looking good, as I mentioned, as long as those support levels are holding. So yes, guys, there we have it, right? I've done 2 penny stocks today. So yes, make sure, disclaimer guys, make sure you have a plan, right? Especially for penny stock, which I seldom touch, because I know that most people just buy without even having a plan, without even knowing how much to buy, and you just buy, right? So make sure you have a plan for penny stocks. You don't want to just buy any amount. Make sure you do a proper position sizing, all right, know exactly how much to buy, so that if it does turn down, and breaks any support level, you get out, right? So yeah, just a quick disclaimer, make sure you have a plan for these penny stocks, right? Yeah, even though they are good, but as I say, there are many penny stocks. For any penny stocks that you trade, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's this one, Oceanus, or is it Jiujin Chemical, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a plan. Okay, so yes, I hope you like this video, and yeah, if you do like it, appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you so much. It will definitely help out the YouTube channel, and of course, hit the subscribe button if you have not yet subscribed so that you will not miss out on any videos like this, right? So Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.